Good morning. Flossmas Day 14. Beautiful sunrise this morning. There's a plane coming in. Oh, gorgeous. The snow is still here. It's still cold. But that's going to end soon. Oh, beautiful. So here is where I am on my 'Tis the Season project. This is a free pattern from Hannah Hand Makes. I'll put that information at the bottom of the screen. Can't really tell you how much more I have to do. I know I'm started on a piece there. Some of these elements look finished. So maybe I can get another finish again soon.
Hello everybody and welcome to day 15 of Flossmas. Hi! I have not yet done a weather report. I'll go out and do it, but it is a sad, old, rainy 12-degree day after being down to -2 or 3 yesterday, -8 the day before. All of our beautiful snow is gone. There is no sun in the sky. It's a bit of a miserable, drab day, so I didn't get out early and do a morning report because there wasn't a whole lot to see. I wanted to show you on, because it's the weekend and there wasn't really a whole lot happening, what I wanted to do these videos was just show you what I have been up to. Day before yesterday I was working on the Holly Berries pattern, and that pattern is from the 2016 Just Cross Stitch Christmas special, and I'm happy to say I have finished. So this is the pattern right here. So I don't have an FFO, but I have a finished stitched project. Here it is. Isn't that cute? I hope the lighting is good enough for you to see that. I'm really happy with it. And I plan on, when my sewing machine gets out of the sewing machine garage, I plan on making this into a pillow to put into my dough bowl. I'm planning on getting a few of these little Christmas ones finished to put in my dough bowl, so I'm hoping that I get my sewing machine back hopefully this week. I'll have to call down to the shop and see when it's going to be available. I have a couple things that I picked up in terms of, I guess you could call it haul. I picked up the Just Cross Stitch December 2019 magazine from when I was at Chapters this over the weekend, and I also picked up the Christmas Cross Stitch Favorites book. This one's from the UK, and here's some of the patterns in it. This is one of the ones that I picked it up for, this pattern here. But the other reason I picked up this book is because it has some Satsuma Street, some Jody Rice patterns there that I really liked as well. And I hope the tripod isn't moving. Angel is currently rubbing herself against one of the legs. Okay, so I'm going to put those up there. I was going to do a little stitch with me, so let's see how that goes. So this is what I'm working off in terms of pattern. This is not the completed pattern, so if you're interested in this pattern, it's called 'Tis the Season. It was a 2018 stitch along with Hannah Hand Makes, and you can join her Facebook group, and that is where you can find this pattern, is in the file section of her Facebook group. I managed to get this much done last year. And this is fabric I dyed myself with some Rit dye. It's just 14 count Aida. Not just 14 count Aida, but it is 14 count Aida. And I haven't done, this is what I pulled on my tiny decisions yesterday, but I have to admit I spent most of my time working on taxes and a little bit of time working on my secret stitching. But I thought that I would sit down and do a little bit of stitching with you before I went back to my secret stitching, which I really need to get a move on doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So the boys are across the road at a birthday party. 3 of the boys got back, one of those boys being my husband, got back from Cub Camp this morning, and we immediately went to his work. Hi, Angel. Work children's party, and I have a little bit of footage from the decorations at the Delta Hotel in St. John's where that party was held, because they had some very pretty Christmas decorations, I thought. So I took a little bit of some pictures and a little bit of footage from there, and that was fun. The boys got some small presents from Santa, and we had a lovely brunch, and it is 25 to 4 in the afternoon, and I am still stuffed from brunch. So apparently I ate a bit much. Isn't that always the way at a buffet? And then last night I took one of my sons and my nephew out to a Chinese buffet in St. John's, and we all ate quite a bit. I probably go to the Chinese buffet restaurant once a year, so it was a fairly big treat. And I think my husband said he had a potluck. I think I mentioned this, that I'd made Tweeties, and I will do a bake with me video on that and give you the recipe. But anyway, I made Tweeties for his work party potluck for Friday. And he said that he looked at all the potluck items and he said, yep, I guess the Christmas food has begun. The time of feasting has started. Now, pick up the stitch. You'll have to tell me, do you prefer stitch with me's where I'm sitting like this stitching, or do you prefer being able to see what I'm stitching? I'm not entirely sure how I'd set up my camera, because I'm using my camera and not my cell phone. I'm not entirely sure how I'd set it up so that you can actually see me stitching, but if that was your preference, let me know and I will try and figure something out. I'm sure there's a way. I don't know it, but I'm sure that there's a way. This is a really cute, fairly quick pattern. I like it. It's nice, simple motifs, and you finish them fairly quickly. Oh my goodness. Can you hear that? It just started pouring. Pouring with rain, and my husband has gone out to pick up a trailer from Cub Camp, so he's going to be soaked when he gets home. Poor thing. almost like thunder showers. Oh, I said it was almost 4:30. It's not. It's 20 to 4. The boys' party's over at 4:30, so I need to just run across the road and get them. Unless they get here first before I get across. Our road is, we're off the beaten path, but we're on kind of a touristic driving area. So we get a lot of fast traffic on our road, and that always worries me with our youngest son in particular. The other two I'm not as concerned about. They're pretty good about looking both ways and paying attention to traffic, but my 8-year-old doesn't have a whole lot of road sense, so I'm always afraid something's going to happen to him. Yeah. Embroidery scissors. Put my piece on top there so I don't forget that it's there. Now, that was quick. Let's see what some of the yellow. I'm not sure what colors were actually called for in this pattern, but I'm substituting colors. I haven't even written down what I'm substituting. Go. I hope you're having a good weekend. I hope you had a more productive weekend than I did. I don't feel like I was very productive this weekend. I got a certain amount of paperwork done that I needed to get done. But for some reason doing paperwork just doesn't feel that productive. But it's a necessary evil, isn't it? Taxes. Getting your taxes ready. Oh, I need to add. Little gingerbread man is not quite finished. And there's some back stitching that needs to happen there. I thought that I was finishing these up as I went along, but now I'm seeing that there's a few spots that I still need to finish. And I know that there's a bunch more little motifs that need to go in here. Anyway, I'll finish this. There goes Blue. I've taken off his cone when I'm at home because I can keep an eye on whether or not he is licking at his surgery site. And I was just finding he follows me everywhere. Blue! And I've got bruises on the back of my legs from his cone banging into the back of my legs. So I end up taking it off. Hi, baby. Okay. Move over that way, please. He likes to lie fairly close. I don't know if you can see him or not. He likes to lie fairly close, and now he's right up on all my cross-stitch stuff. Let me move this. Oh, hold on. Now you can't get. So calling him over here probably wasn't my smartest plan this afternoon, but I don't like him wandering around the house where I can't see him because I can't tell if he's looking at his surgery site or not. So as you could see, he's quite the cuddler. No licking. Good boy. No, Blue. Blue. No. He's a good boy. He listens when I say no. I really like stitching on 14 count, Ada, I have to say. It's pretty easy. Hopefully that's not blinding you. It's pretty easy on the eyes. So did anybody else watch Gary Parr and Vanna, the Twisted Stitchers special Flossmas? Special, no, honey, stop. That they had a couple days ago, on Friday I think it was. If you haven't, go over to Caroline at Off the Grid Needle Arts' channel, and she has a link to the to their Flossmas special. And what they did, please stop. What they did, which is probably going to cost a lot of stitchers money, is mention several of the things that they use with their stitching that they can't live without. So I've added a few things to my Christmas list. And so we'll see what's under the tree on Christmas morning, but I was quite interested in the battery pack that they mentioned, which is good for retreats, so that you don't have an extension cord stretched out across the room. So that's pretty cool. So that's one thing that was of interest. And also the lamp that Vanna was mentioning. There's a floor lamp that she mentioned that was really good. I'm really enjoying all the Vlogmas and Flossmas videos people are putting out. Caroline has a list at the bottom of her videos showing the people that are doing Flossmas. Oops, my phone just dinged. So I've been trying to get through that list because there's some folks that I watch regularly, but there's some new people, new to me floss tubers on there that I've been trying to watch as well. So that's been really fun. Because I'm finding the next few days I'm really going to have to batten down the hatches and get my secret stitching done, because I want it done by Thursday or Friday. And I have a lot of stitching to do to have it done by Thursday or Friday. I'm not really sure how much I'm going to be using my Tiny Decisions app this week. Sorry about the noise. I have to leave my cell phone on. Actually, I should check that because the boys are at the party. Okay, it's okay. It's a friend texting. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't something from the boys, because I said if there's any, they're just across the road, but if there was any issues, then I would go over and get them. If they were fighting or being a general pain, I don't want them to be misbehaving at a party. So anyway, it's not them. So I'm going to have this little Christmas ornament finished before I say goodbye today, which is nice. Blue is finally settled, which is fortunate but unfortunate, because I'm going to be getting up now in a minute and I'll disturb them again, which is too bad. Excuse me. Maybe I'll finish off some of these little ones that I have the little ones that aren't finished yet. Maybe I'll put a few stitches in those as well, so as not to disturb Mr. Blue. There are quite a few more little motifs that I need to put in this piece before it's finished. I do have a completed pattern, but it's over there. I printed off yesterday, because I guess this is the stage I was at when I was working on it for Flossmas last year and never had the final version. So I have that printed off now. So I can get started, or get finishing, I should say. It'd be nice to finish another project for Flossmas, but that really depends on how much stitching I get done on my secret stitching. Did I do that right? Yes, I did. Okay. Here, that one's finished. So thank you very much for joining me with some more stitching today. I'll have some baking for you to see this week, and some, I'm not sure what. I'll take you out, probably go down to the beach and do some fun things. Oops, lost my embroidery scissors. Down on the couch. Don't want that. So I just finished up this little Christmas ornament right there. So thanks so much for joining me, and I will chat with you again tomorrow. Bye!